If a 14-year-old girl came up to you and told you that she just experienced love at first sight, you probably wouldn't believe her, right? I probably wouldn't have either, until it happened to me.
What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing the very popular 10-year challenge. So instead of doing the challenge from 2009 to 2019, which is what most people are doing, I'm going to be doing my challenge from 2008 to 2018. Reason being is because those are the two most significant years of my entire life. So as many of you probably know, I met my husband in 2008 and I finally married him 10 years later in 2018. But what you probably don't know is that the day we met in 2008, we also shared our first kiss, and that is the day we started dating. So we met and started dating on the exact same day. So fast forward exactly 10 years later to the day, that's the day that we got married. So I wanted to compare some photos of our first year together in 2008 to our 10th year together, which is the year that we celebrated our first decade together and started our new chapter together as a married couple.
Alright guys, this is it. This is the photo. So this is the very first photo that Devin and I ever took together. This was taken on the day that we met. And right here is actually where we had our very first kiss together a few hours after. And a few hours after that, I asked him out through a text message and he said yes. So 2 months later in October, we went to our very first dance together. This was my high school homecoming when I was in 9th grade. Devin and I went to separate high schools because we lived an hour apart, but I remember being so excited to fill out the form so that someone from a different school district would be able to come to our dance. And even though I hate dancing, we had so much fun at this dance together. So this was taken in my bedroom, and it was the very first selfie that we ever took together, I think before selfies were even a thing. But the hair ties on my wrist were actually a little thing that we had going on when we first started dating. So every month that we were together, he would add a new hair tie onto my wrist. But that only lasted for a few months because after you have so many hair ties on your wrist, it gets a little overwhelming. So this was taken on our very first Halloween together. We were on a haunted hayride for one of his family friends. And looking back through these old photos, I literally have no idea where like half of these clothes and accessories ever went to. So this was taken at a birthday party for one of his cousins, and it was like the first time I got to see like a huge portion of his family, which was super nerve-wracking, but it was really nice to finally meet everybody. This was our very first New Year's Eve together. We went to one of my friend's house and a bunch of us just hung out together. We had so much fun this night. And at the ball drop, of course, we got our very first kissing picture, and now that's actually a tradition that we do every year at midnight on New Year's. Here is a side-by-side of us in the very same exact spot 10 years later. So these are some of our engagement photos, and fun fact, this morning was a disaster and we changed the location of where we were doing our photos last minute that morning, but everything still turned out perfect. Oh my gosh, picking up our marriage license. So going in to apply initially for our license, I was so nervous to go into the courthouse. I have no idea why, but later being able to pick up our marriage license, I was so freaking pumped. So of course I had to go back and reenact our proposal. He proposed to me at the exact spot that we had our first kiss and took our very first photo. Because the fair holds such a special place in our hearts, we go back there every single year. It's always around our anniversary, of course. And I said when we got engaged that I feel like I couldn't live if I didn't have some of our wedding photos taken at the fair. So we got married on Tuesday, and 2 days later we got our wedding clothes back on and we went down to the fair and took some wedding photos early in the morning before everyone else got there. And I'm so freaking happy that I did because they are so beautiful. It was so much fun. So a huge shout out to my hairstylist for coming in early before she even opens just to do my hair again, just like it was done on our wedding day. And a huge shout out to our photographer for being willing to do this. She's awesome. So I didn't include any of our wedding photos from our actual wedding day, and the reason for that is just because I want to do a video dedicated just to that in the future. So right after that, we took a little mini moon and we just spent a couple days getting my name changed legally, which I was dying to do. And we went to the botanical gardens, the zoo, just some sightseeing things around town. A few weeks after we got married, one of my close friends from high school got married, and that was our first wedding as a married couple. Our first married concert was going to see Ed Sheeran. We both have wanted to see him for such a long time, and I'm so glad that we finally were able to. And shortly after that, we went to a big dirt track race together, and if you guys follow us, you know that my husband is a huge dirt track fan, so we went to Charlotte, North Carolina for the World Finals, and it was so much fun.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If there's videos similar to this that you would like to see, please let me know by telling me in the comments below. If you're wondering about more of our story, I will leave some videos up here and down below and the links as well. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!